Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Obelix here, coming at you today from FTB Revelation. How y'all doing today? So last time we expanded upon our Britannia with the terrestrial agglomeration plate. We made the elven portal. We did lots of things. Today, guys, we're going to step away from Britannia for a little bit. Just so we don't get too bored. We want to spread the love around all the different mods. Now, I have been out in the world a little bit. I'll head it off in that direction. We're going to use this here teleportation wand. We're going to get up to the top of this here mountain. And I went over this mountain this way. Over there. And you can see we got a big old astral sorcery temple over here. And we've got a whole bunch of roots huts over here. I don't know why there's so many of them spawned over here, but man, we got a ton of them. Look, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. They're all over the place. If we keep going this way, there's a village out over here. I believe it's right down here-ish. Get out of the water here. Let's tell you what, this teleportation one makes things fast. Remember, we did find one in the nether, but I also found one in the second village we went to. Now, I thought it was right in here. I could be wrong. I might be mixing up my... What we were doing out here was gathering these guys right here, these beehives. So obviously I haven't been right here because there is a beehive. So we're going to grab that, and we're going to grab this, and we're going to take our little bee smoker, and we're going to smoke it, and we're going to take our scoop, and we're going to scoop it. And then we're going to collect the insides. Fantastic. Now we can teleport on. And there's a village right there. Ba-doop. So, yeah. This is what I've been doing for a little while. Oops, sorry if I mushed-rated your crops there, buddy. So, been just kind of raiding these villages, raiding different things. There's nothing really to be had in this house for the most part. I guess a few parts. I did come in. Yeah, this is the village I got because I picked up the crates that were here. There was an immersive engineering guy in here. Oh, hello. Hello. I should probably trade with you. I should bring some copper wire. But yeah. So I've been out collecting bees. Lots and lots of bees. So that we could continue on with the bees. Because I want to do bees today. Is that enough bees in one sentence? I don't know. Maybe. Let's collect, collect, collect. So these hives are everywhere. You just run around the world. You're going to find tons of them. This is a pretty cool little biome. I like this. Especially with these like laying down trees like this. I do like that a lot. I think that should be in vanilla Minecraft. Is this just an oak tree on its side? Why can't we have an oak tree on its side in vanilla Minecraft? Come on, Mojang. Give us stuff. Here's a little small temple. Now, I think these guys, if I'm not mistaken, yep, have things under their legs. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll just break that so we know that it is a gown. I think only one leg has the stuff. Yeah. Anyhoozle. Let's get on back to the house and get on with the bee rating. Because that is the plan for today. Now, this is a different hive. This is a Pam's hive. You just whack that sucker. But these guys you want to smoke out before you scoop out. Bloop. And get their good insides. Now, there's a different kind of hive. Now, different colors mean different hives. So this is an unusual hive. Dun, dun, dun. It just means the bees inside might be a little bit different. Now, keep in mind, you, why can all this crap in my inventory? Get out. There. Keep in mind the different bees, they don't stack. The drones do, but the queens don't. So your inventory is going to fill up, but quick. So it's good to bring an alternative storage device. Immersive engineering crates work really well. They work like shulker boxes. See one right there? Boop, boop, boop. Let's make with the Zorp. And then we can get over there real quick. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Now remember, we got our reliquary belt of beltiness on, so most mobs ain't gonna bother us with the exception of witches and spiders. There's another one right there. So we can go Zorp, Zorp, Zorp. Hello. Smoke it. Scoop it. Bam. Love it. Now, where's house? House? Nope. House. Oh, and these guys. I forgot about these guys. Go away. Nobody likes you. You mean, you nasty, you ugly. Your mama dresses you funny. And now you're dead. Oh, another hive. See what I mean? They're everywhere. Smoke it. Scoop it. Boop, boop, boop. Fantastic. Alright, let's go on back to the house. Zerp, 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 zerp. Done. Love this teleportation wand. Yeah, we found one of the villages had a blacksmith, and in the blacksmith we found an additional wand, so now we have two. So if we lose one, we're still gravy. This squid, I tell you, cooked squid is worth diddly poo. Ain't worth a daggone thing. Now look at all these delicious bees we've got. Oh yeah, tons of them. So we're going to be able to set up a nice little bee farm today. Let's get rid of this garbo. Out. And oh, your scoop, you can reparate it. There we go. Fantastic. So as it starts to take damage, and it does damage pretty darn quick, as long as you come home and reparate, you're fine. So what do we have? Where's the bed? Where the bits? Where the bits? Where are my bits? You're not my bits. Where are my bits? Nope. There we go. And pearls. Blocks. Where the blocks? You the blocks. You the blocks. There you go. These. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I think I'll put them up in the house. I did forget to show you guys. I made... Remember our little basement down here? I did hook it up to the house. I think it was there in the last episode, and I don't think I showed it to you. The stairwell was here. I just didn't show you where it went. And that's where it goes. So it just loops around. Continues on this stairwell right here all the way back down into the basement. Fantastic. So we're going to put these down in here along with this, because we'll deal with these later. Yeah, see, there's our other teleportation wand we got. This one we actually got in the nether. I think it was in that fortress, if I'm not mistaken. Zorp. So today we are working on bees, so let's get on down here. Now what I want to do, specifically we're working on forestry bees, right? So forestry has a helper mod called Gendustry. Gendustry. What we want to make from that is a device called an industrial apiary. This is the bee's house, and this guy takes a ton of bronze to make this guy. So I have been cooking up some additional bronze, and I've been using our arc furnace. So we can go zerp, zerp, and we're at the arc furnace. So you see right here, 4 stacks of bronze. Fantastic. So you take 1 piece of tin and you put it here. Then you put in 3 pieces of crushed copper. Powdered copper. So you run it through here or one of the machines upstairs and get powdered. And that goes over here. And it will make bronze. And it will do for each, 1 tin and 3 crushed copper. It'll make 4 of the bronze, so that's pretty darn handy. There's plenty of other ways to make it, but that's a good one. So you get a nice return on investment. And let's get in the house. So we've got tons of bronze now. So let's get into our industrial apiary. So we're going to need a sturdy casing, which is just 8 bronze in a ring. Done. We're going to need a bee receptacle, which is a weighted pressure plate, which I do not think we have yet. So let's get one of those. And everything else we should have. Oh, where's my glass panes? I don't have my glass panes. Dave, gummit. I ain't got no glass panes. There we go. And there we go. And let's see, we need 2 bronze gears. 1, 2. Boom. And we need a piston. Piston. And that should get us. Bingo, bango, bango. Fantastic. Now, this guy does take power. So good thing we have a power cell. Let's make sure this guy has a card in him. He does, so we're good there. Alrighty. And bees only work during the day and in the correct biome. Different bees have different rules as to which biome they want to be in. I think this particular biome is, well, this is a taiga hills biome, and I think the bee of choice for this biome is the wintry bee. So let's take a look. I'm going to take a pristine princess, and I'm going to take the drones. Now there's pristine stock, you see right here in yellow, and there is ignoble stock, you see right there in yellow. Pristine, you're guaranteed to get a pristine princess back after, you know, the princess turns into a queen. She goes through her life cycle. When she dies, she's guaranteed to give you a pristine princess back. The ignoble, you might not get one. You might get a pristine, you might not get a pristine, you might get another ignoble, you might get nothing. If you get nothing, then your bee cycle is done. So, using pristine is the best if you can find them. So I have cleared out a little space up here, off to the side of the factory. Because eventually we are going to want to connect this to our system, so I've cleared out all the space up here. And what we're going to turn this into is a bee farm / tree farm. So let us get this in place here. We're going to start with right there. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right there works. I want to leave enough room for the tree farm that's coming later. There we go. We put the power down. Put the bees down. Bingo, bango, bungo. And it is getting power. Fantastic. So now, this is where your queen goes. We'll pop our princess, which will become the queen. This is where your drones go. Here are your modifiers, these 4 slots right here. You see she just turned into a queen. And here's the output. Now if we look here, this tells you what the bees want that they don't have. So right now, it is not bright enough. It's not daytime. So bees only work in the daytime, and that's obviously night. Now we can address that by making it daytime inside the hive or the apiary. So we're going to pop back into the house. And we're going to make one of these guys a light upgrade, which is basically just internal light. So we got to make one of those, which is going to fool the bees into thinking it's daytime all the time. So we make that, and we pop back up here. Whoop. And we pop back out here. Whoop. Whoop. Love this wand. Okay, so it has become daytime in the time it took us to walk over there. So you see the bees are out and active. But if we put this guy in, they will continue working at nighttime too. They won't stop. So the bees are all happy. They have the cold temperature they're looking for. The humidity is normal that they're looking for. And for 21 RF a tick, we are producing bees. They're going out. They do need flowers. Most bees. Now, there are other bees that don't take flowers. They take other things. So you need to be conscientious of what the bee is looking for. These particular bees are looking for flowers. I know that because these are the bees that grow naturally in this biome. As you wander around this biome, you're going to see that winter hive occasionally. I think I've cleared out most of them around here. That's a Pam's beehive, so we're not worried about that one. But let's see if I just happen to have missed one. Probably not. Because when you won't, that's another Pam's hive. I have a bullpine tree in my list. I don't know if I have a bullpine tree. Oh, did I see one? Aha, there we go. See? Wintry hive, and you can see the flowers around it, so you can tell that's what it's using, what the bees are living on. Now, one benefit of bees, well, there's a couple of them. One, they're going to produce things. Different bees produce different things. Wintry bees will produce honey and snow, if I remember correctly. Honey is for industry and forestry. It's kind of like an alternative power source almost. There's some machines that are powered off of honey. As well, they'll produce honey, combs that will produce snowballs when they're run through a centrifuge. So there's a couple of other machines we're going to need. So we're going to let these bees just sit here and run, and we're going to go look at those other machines. Let's get on back into the house. And badoop. Get rid of that dirt. Now we're going to go into forestry instead of gindustry, which is the parent mod, right? And you see all the various bees that come natively in the mod. What I'm looking for are the machines which are right in here. So we're going to eventually need a carpenter, and we will definitely need a centrifuge. So centrifuge is just a sturdy casing, yet more bronze, because, that's just what it is. And there's our centrifuge. And let's go ahead and get the carpenter, because we're going to need that eventually any hoozle. So let's go ahead and knock that out. Carpenter, fantastic. And you see there's a ton of other ones here. We'll look at those later, but for now we're going to start with those two. Now, the carpenter is going to need we're going to need a water supply. It doesn't have to be a sink, but we are going to need water. And of course, sink's just the easiest way to get water. Oh no, we're out of clay. Let's go cookerate this up. Get that. I probably should put a little furnace down here, just because that way I don't have to constantly be running up here. Cookerate. There we go. Got it cookerated. And zerp, zerp, zerp. There we go. And I think I have a water bucket in here. I do. Fantastic. And there's our sink. I'll take my bucket back. And let's get a little bit of conduit. That's item. I need some fluid. There we go, fluid. Alright, let's get on back up into the factory. So I think I want to put these inside the factory with the other machines. So we're going to put them up here. And I think we'll come over here because there's our bees right there. Maybe we'll come back in this corner. How about that? And we'll set them up over here. So we've got our carpenter, and we've got our centrifuge, and we got our sink, and we're gonna pipe out from the sink to the carpenter. Extract always active, no on the insert. I said no on the insert. And over here we do only want the insert. Now if we open up the interface, we see full of water. Fantastic. Now we do need some a juice for these guys. So if I power them like a so. Now I'm gonna have to go get either a, yeah, let's grab a power cell just cause I think I had another one already in the storage system. Let me in the house. And power. Let's make sure it is got a card in it. It do. Fantastic. Always good to have extra. Eventually we'll probably run all this stuff off of cables instead of power cells. But it's just good to have for right now. Did I go up too high? Yep, I did. So we can take this power cell and just drop it right there. Now that guy should have power, and this guy should have power as well. Fantastic. So let's go see if our bees have done anything already. Probably not. Oh, we do have a frozen comb. Fantastic. So you can see she's about halfway through her life cycle. She won't generally produce another princess until she's dead and or dying. So we hop down to the middle there, and if we put a frozen comb in the centrifuge, you will see it will process once to suck it in and once to process it. Boom. And then it's going to keep going, potentially looking for other things. So it's found some wax, it found a piece of honey, and it found some pollen. There you go. And it found a snowball. So a snowy comb can produce these things. Alright, one other thing we want to make is a bee analyzer. Well, just an analyzer, portable analyzer. This guy right here. So we need to, this is why we needed the carpenter. We need 2 panes, some tin, redstone, and a diamond. So let's grab 2 redstone, wasn't it 2? Yeah, let's just say, give me all this stuff. 2 of those. 4 of those, 1 of those. I think that's everything. 4, 2, 2, 1. 4, 2, 2, 1. Yep, fantastic. Okay, so let's get on. Oh, no. Hang on. We're going to need that honey we just pulled out of there. That we just spun in the centrifuge to get the honey. We're going to need that. And we're going to pop up here. Whoop, and bloop. So we're at the carpenter. Now the way this guy works is you're going to lay the pattern for the recipe out here. Then you're going to put the materials needed in here. So it's not going to consume the materials to lay out the pattern. It's just going to lay out kind of a ghost image, right? There you go, and it shows you what it's going to build. Then you just have to feed it the appropriate amount of materials, and you'll see it will start producing. So it's using the water in these materials, and it's going to make us this portable analyzer. And it will, of course, consume those materials. And there we go. Portable analyzer done. Now, this guy is going to let us look more in depth at our bee friends to see what their wants, needs, and wishes are. So she is 90% done. Let's go ahead and let her die. and produce her offspring, and then we'll take a look at it. Alright, while we're waiting on her to die, one more thing I want to go ahead and create. This guy right here, the automation upgrade. One with the gear on it. Pretty easy to make. Let's go ahead and pop in the house real quick and craft one of those guys up. Okay, our bee has died and left us a pristine princess as well as 4 wintry drones. Now we'll just pop the drones back on top of there. And we have a honeycomb we can go ahead and work with. Now let's take a look at this portable analyzer. If we right click it, you can see that it has what looks to be a drop of honey up here, which that is exactly what it is. We can pop the bee in there with a drop of honey, and each one of these numbers, Roman numerals over here, is a page. So we're looking specifically at this bee. We can now see her stats. We can see that her lifespan is short, production is slower, pollination is slowest, flower type is snow. Basically, you can learn all there is to know about the bee. And most importantly, you can learn what she's looking for food. You know, what type of flower, what type of, if she want rock, what is she looking for? But you see it does consume the honey, so you're going to have to process these combs to do that. Now, we've already made her happy, so not too worried about her. I am going to throw in this automation upgrade, which should keep them cycling through. We should keep the bees rotating through, which is going to make us a lot of nice honeycombs, these frozen combs. So I don't have any more experience. I'm used to these wands working on... let's go get some experience. That's going to drive me nuts. I'm used to these wands working on power, but this pack they have them set to work on XP, which is fine because we have a mob farm for that. Alright, let's produce this comb, or spin this comb in our centrifuge and see what we get out of it. So we got a little wax and a little honey. You can see each comb does not necessarily produce the same thing. We didn't get any pollen, we didn't get any snow out of this one. But I do think that is going to do it for this episode as we get started with forestry and bees. Sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me, as always. And until next time, y'all get out there and make some noise. See ya.